You have just offered one of the greatest gifts to your child, the music lessons. Now, whether you take your lessons here or you take them elsewhere, establishing a regular practice between lessons is going to be really important. No matter how old the student is, whether that be your young child, your teenager, or maybe it's yourself, practicing between classes will be essential to progress. We can kind of compare it to giving a child a book and expecting them to read. Now, let's say you're going to give them that book on Monday, and a whole week passes by before they get to see that book again, or before we even show them any other words. Most likely when they see the book again, you'll have to start over. They won't be able to read. So music lessons are a little bit the same. If we only go to music class, have fun, but then expect to come back the following week without having done any during that whole week, most likely we'll have to start over again. So understanding the importance of practice between lessons will be very essential to the progress. Now, we also have to stay motivated. For a child, it's usually a little bit easier than for an adult because you can just fit that right into the homework plan. So, easy to say to your child, you've done your math homework, you've done your science homework, how about your music practice now? How about your music homework? Because essentially that's what it is. It's getting your homework done between lessons. And ideally, you want to be able to do that a little bit each day. So it's going to be very important to understand that doing one big practice the night before your lesson really won't be as efficient as getting a little bit done every day on a regular basis and establishing that in your daily life. So how long should the student practice? Essentially, few minutes really, 5, 10, 15 minutes if they're really young. Of course, the more advanced they are, that won't cut it. But to get started, that should definitely be enough. Or you could even work with a repetitive pattern. So maybe say, okay, you've got this exercise to do. Let's hear you do it 3, 4, 5 times. So just getting it done, making sure that there's a little bit done every day is really, really good. We have a lot of parents coming to us lately that want to sign their children up for class, but want to wait before investing in the instrument. Unfortunately, music classes don't work that way. You need an instrument at home to be able to do those in-between lessons practices. So 1, the instrument is super important to have. 2, establishing regular practice. And 3, helping your child stay motivated. If you have all 3 of those elements, you're setting your child up for success with music class. Missing out on one of those could be a little bit harder. So try to think about that as you move forward. I think that your child can do it. I think you can do it if you're the student. But just watch out for those 3 things. And with that, you're set to go.